Welcome to Spiritually Imperfect, the show where the metaphysical meets the practical. This is your space to explore the mysteries of the universe, embrace spiritual growth, and connect with the energies all around us. No one spiritual journey is perfect, but that's the beauty of it. Hosts Mike and Jen bring their unique blend of perspective, humor, and heartfelt nature to every episode. Whether encouraging, facilitating readings, or diving into exploring mediumship, energy healing, or searching for clarity, Spiritually Imperfect is a place to where discussions of the collective experiences that we all share comes to the surface. Now, here are your hosts of Spiritually Imperfect, Michael Christopher and Jennifer Lee.
Hello,
Michael. Hello, Evelyn. I see we already have a few people on. CJ. So it's been a minute. I feel like it's been a minute since I've been here.
Yeah, you keep taking off.
Oh, things should settle down for a little bit. I say that, but then I always find something. Or it finds me. I don't know how that works.
Sheila was even asking. She's like, "Is Jen going to be there tonight? Did anything else happen?" I'm like, "Nope. As far as I know, she'll be there."
I'm here. I am here. Hello, Sylvie.
Who let Jess in? She just trolls our pages and starts trouble. So tonight, what?
I was just going to ask you what was new. What did I miss last week?
I don't remember what I had for breakfast. I don't remember. I guess it's been okay. Yeah, I'd have to think about it. I think everything's been pretty mellow, which is good. So tonight, I think the last time we were on together, we made a promise that we were just going to do straight up readings. We weren't going to babble unless somebody puts a question in the comments and we get off on a tangent, but we promised that we were just going to do readings.
We're just going to jump into readings.
So I think that's what we're going to do. Just going to wait for some people to show up, and then we'll kind of explain. You know what? No, I'll just start explaining now.
Yeah.
So to everybody out there listening, so when we do, and I'll start with mediumship. When we do mediumship readings, okay, we do spirit-led readings, which means we don't look at the comments. We let the spirit person come in, get our attention. We start communicating with that person as spirit, and we start relaying the information to you. If you can take at least 80% of the information coming through, please go ahead and acknowledge it. Let us know specifically what makes sense. Do not make things fit. Don't turn cancer into a heart attack. Don't turn, just don't make it fit. Take it for what it is and just acknowledge if it makes sense or not. Once we find our person in the chat, we just ask that only that person reply and everybody else stop commenting. It just helps us save time. We can just communicate with the person in the chat, and then we move on to the next. So these will be very short. I would say 5 minutes or less. My intention is to connect with somebody, provide you with evidence, pass a message to you from that person, and then close the communication and then move on. What else was I going to say? There was one more thing, but I can't remember it now. Yeah. Oh, mediumship takes a little bit longer. So if we do straight mediumship, we might only get to a few people. That's the way it is with mediumship. We may squeeze in some psychic or intuitive readings. But there you go. Now I will close my mouth and turn it over to Jen, because I'm sure Jen has something to add.
No, actually, Actually, I don't. You did very well. I was going to add, but you beat me to it. I wanted to talk about keeping comments to a minimum. We love to interact with you, but when we are reading with somebody and we have established that link with their loved one, if you could just keep your comments to a minimum while we work with them, then their comments are easier to see. They pop up right away. We kind of don't, we don't lose track of where we are, and then we can move on quicker and get a couple more.
Exactly.
So, no, other than that, you covered it. Oh, wait, there is one more thing. When we do the readings like this on a live, these are just, they're very short. They're mini readings. They are a little demonstration of our mediumship, but please understand that a private session is much different than what you're going to get here on this platform, this way that we're doing it. So I just feel like that's important. We don't go extremely deep in these readings. So, but we're here. We're here to read. We're here to connect and to have a good time. Right, Michael?
That's right. Everybody has to have a good time.
It's mandatory. Some fun messages.
Mandatory. If you're here, you will have fun.
You will have fun.
Whether you want to or not. So,
hi, Jack.
So hello to everybody.
I was just going to ask, are we going to do straight mediumship, or do you want to kind of alternate between?
We'll just go.
Whatever, whenever.
Yeah. Whatever I don't want to be too rigid with anything.
Okay. Just whatever we feel then.
Perfect. So how do you want to start us off, or do you want me to start us off?
You start off today.
Okay. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Anne-Marie. Hello, everybody. If we don't acknowledge you personally, don't take it personal. It's just a lot of people are popping in, and the names are flying by. So just know that we appreciate each and every one of you for, if you're here even for a minute, just to say hi. Thank you for stopping by. And for the brave that actually hang out until the end, you should have a medal for that.
They should get an award. And then they keep coming back for more, huh?
That's right. And then they keep coming back. All right. So I am going to start off. So again, just really pay attention to the information coming through. So to the person right now watching TV and this at the same time, stop. Concentrate on the comments, because I know I can see you. I can remote view. I just haven't told anybody that. If you're doing anything else right now besides looking at this screen, stop it and look at the screen. Because this message could be for you. Okay. So let me just quiet my mind here for a second, and I'm just going to jump right in. So I do have a man stepping forward in my awareness, so I'm just going to work with him. Right away, I know that he served, and what I mean by that is he is showing me a police uniform, so I feel that he would have been a police officer or something to equivalent of a police officer during his life. He's kind of giving me a couple different feelings right now, and it's kind of okay. Unfortunately, I feel that he's making me feel like he is responsible for his crossing. I feel that he's making me feel like he would have lived with depression. And he is acknowledging a daughter that's still here. So I want to stop there. Again, I feel that this man stepping. So Jill, you understand this. Can you just let me know exactly what makes sense for you? It really just helps me strengthen the connection. And it's interesting because he was making me feel like the daughter. I think I said that, but he acknowledges the daughter. Also, Jess, you understand this as well, or you understand, or you're connected with Jill in some way? I got to throw out this name. Okay, it may not fit here, but before I jumped on, I felt like I was going to talk. I kept hearing the name Greg, so I don't know if Greg's connected in any way. I just wanted to throw that out, whether it makes sense or not. It sounds like my grandfather, who was military, World War II, and committed suicide. Okay. He wants me to talk about baseball. This is the second time he brought up baseball. So I feel like this is something like he would do for a pastime. You like to watch baseball. He's also making me aware that he's showing me a vegetable garden. So I don't know if you can connect with that, but he wants me to talk about the garden, like he would grow his own vegetables. So I do feel like I'm with Jill. If I have to say, I feel like I'm with Jill. And you put the age in there. Okay, I can't claim that, but I did feel that he would have been in his 50s when he passed. So Jill, can you validate the garden and the baseball? Again, these are just things that he's placing in my mind. Yes, the garden. Okay. Let me just see. He's bringing up diabetes. So he wants me to talk about diabetes. I feel like this was attached to him, that he would have had diabetes. Do you understand that reference? And where does I'm hearing the name Bill. So I don't know if you connect with the name Bill. That could be either a grandfather or somebody here still in the living, but I need to say the name Bill. Not sure about baseball, but most likely he was a Cubs fan. Not sure. Oh, that's okay. It was just a reference that he was bringing up. So he wants me to say grandmother is on the other side as well. Do you understand that? Because he wants me to acknowledge grandmother on the other side too. And he wants me to say all is forgiven. So I feel this is a reference to grandmother crossing. Okay. Let me just, I'm just going to go for a message then from your grandfather. I'm just going to say what he put in my mind. So he said the pregnancy will happen. So I don't know if there's somebody trying to get pregnant in a family, but he wants me to say the pregnancy will happen. And the August birthday, he wants me to bring up the August birthday. And I'm going to stop at that, Jill. So again, this is just a brief hello from your grandfather. And Tony, right now we're reading for Jill, so we're just going to concentrate on Jill for a second here. So Jennifer, I will turn it over to you. I'll just wait for Jill's comments, but I'm gonna stop there. Thank you, Jill, for being open.
Do you want to wait for her? I had written a couple things down, so it was just interesting. I wrote down a birthday as well. I didn't have August, but like I had the birthday.
Okay. I have two daughters that are born in August. They are in their 20s. I'm having trouble with my keyboard. No problem at all, Jill. It's okay. Actually, you were replying like quicker than normal, so thank you very much.
I want to go to Nancy. Nancy, are you still here? When her name popped up earlier, I felt a connection to something. So I want to see if Nancy is here. I think she popped on. I know she did, right?
I seen her at the very beginning.
Yeah. Okay.
There she is.
Yes, you, Nancy. Oh, thank you. So when I saw you pop on earlier, Nancy, I felt this is going to go more psychic, but I felt something really quick in your energy, and it was change. I also felt that it had to do around. I feel that it's positive change, but I feel that it's going to be even positive change can sometimes be stressful, right? Because it's different. I feel like it's going to be very quick, a little bit turbulent, but it is when the dust settles around it, it is positive change. And I also feel like you understand that going in, so you're going to be fine. But I feel that, and I feel that that is either just beginning or that is going to be coming soon. I feel that around career, and I don't know if you understand that, but something I feel like is switching up there really quickly for you. Also, do you have a mother in spirit, Nancy?
She does.
She understands that, or she has a mother in spirit?
Mother in spirit. I'm assuming yes, I do means yes, mom in spirit.
Okay. I can feel her around. She is hang on just a second. There is something about her, and I'm trying to draw a rose. She's showing me roses, but there's something specifically about a rose with her that she is showing me that has significance. Also, were you a caregiver for her? Because what I'm feeling in the energy right now, what she is showing me is she's showing me you caring for her. Like there's a whole lot of love there. There's sorry, I'm losing my words here. I'm just going to wait for you, Nancy.
It happens at our age.
Yeah. It's been happening to me my whole life, Michael. I don't know what's wrong with me. But yeah, the age isn't helping.
Yes, I was very motherly to her. I always acted like the mom.
Thank you, because that's what it feels like. And I didn't have the words for that. I was just about to go. So it's more of an emotional caregiving, more of a. So that's what I feel in the energy. She is acknowledging that, and she's also telling me that this is something that you have done like your whole life with everybody. That you're very motherly. That you kind of take people under your wing. Nurturing, that's the word that I'm looking for. So the message for you is please know that does not go unnoticed. It doesn't go unnoticed by all of the spirit people on the other side, by your spirit guides. It doesn't go unnoticed by those in the spirit world or those in the physical. And so what I'm hearing from you is just a big thank you. A thank you for your nurturing, a thank you for your loving, and a thank you for the kindness that you bring into this world. And I'm going to leave that there with you. And thank you for being open to that, Nancy.
Very nice.
Maybe over to you, Michael.
All right. So hello to everybody that joined in during the reading. So again, right now we're doing mediumship. We only do spirit-led, so we do not take requests from the chat when we do mediumship. We just connect with the person in spirit, and then we start relaying the information to you. Again, only acknowledge it if you can take at least 80% of it. Okay, don't try to make the information fit. So again, these are spirit-led readings. I got to talk about this because he will not leave me alone. If there's somebody in the chat who has a brother named Greg on the other side, just let me know. I can't get rid of this guy. So I'll just leave it at that. That's not the reading, but I have to acknowledge brother Greg on the other side. And then I'll connect here in a second. So hello to everybody. All right, let me work with the woman that I have stepping forward. Okay, so do have I'm going to say a younger lady stepping forward. I feel she's making me feel that she would have passed around the age of 40. So somewhere around the age of 40. Um, so B, let me come back to you in a second, B. um, so with this lady stepping forward, I feel that she would have passed from cancer. And she's making me aware of August. And I feel August, there's something about August tonight, I guess. She is making me feel like she's making me feel like she would have passed in August. So again, young lady, 40s, or around 40, passes from cancer. And I feel like August, again, initially I felt like August was a significant date. So B, you understand that? Would you understand leukemia? Because I saw leukemia with it, and now I'm feeling like blood. Her birthday was in August. Okay, so I got that wrong, but I definitely felt August was significant to her. %. Okay, B, this is interesting. She is actually showing me bees. She wants me to talk about bees. So she's making me feel like bumblebees and stuff. She was like, I don't know if they were like her pets. She wants me to talk about the bees though. Oh, breast cancer. Okay. But she is showing me flowers and she's showing me like the bees. So I don't know if that makes sense to you. She's making me feel like bees were her thing. I don't know if that's where your name comes from, but she wants me to talk about the bees. And now I will let the bees go. So let me see what else your mom. I got to go to this B because right away she wants me to say thank you for making the decisions for me. Would you understand that? Okay, so the bees make sense. Okay, I'm assuming that's what it means when you say it does. So the bees, but she just like, I just had this thought that I have to relay like, thank you for making the decisions for me. I used to pick roses out of her front. Okay, front of her work. And I feel like these decisions were during her time that she was ill. She's like, don't worry, you made the right choices. So I don't know. Do you understand that, B? Okay. Okay, so that message then I feel would be for somebody who is making decisions for her at that time. So I don't know if you feel comfortable talking about this to other people in your family, but she's just said, thank you for making the decisions for me. You made the right choices. I'm just going to leave it at that. If it fits for your dad, unless she gives me a feeling. It's interesting because I feel it's for a woman. It may be for your dad as well, but there's a woman that I feel was also involved with making choices and decisions for her. She wants me also to talk about the horses. Would you understand a reference to horses? Okay, so you think that may have been your sister, or the horses are related or connected with your sister? I know. I know typing on here and trying to respond is very difficult. I can't do it. It takes me forever. So, okay, so the sister is the one with the, okay, we moved to a farm after she passed. Okay, so she wants, that's just her way of letting you know that she was aware of what was going on. She wants me to talk about the horses. This is interesting too, because she wants me to talk about the person who's dreaming about the horses, and also the person, because she's visiting in people's dreams. So there's something about dreaming about the horses, and your mom is in the dream as well. So whoever is having this experience, let that person know that it is her. Don't dismiss those dreams. That's your way. That's your mom's way of coming through. I don't know if she had a sense of humor, but she's saying, for God's sakes, take care of that car. Okay, you take it. Okay, so you dream about her all the time. Let her know that, or I'm sorry, but just know that that's her coming through to you. So B, I'm going to leave you with that. Again, I know these are short, but thank you for being open. I don't know if that car reference makes at all sense to you, but I heard it, so I have to relay it. Totally resonates. Okay. Thank you, B.
Nice. I'm up.
You're up.
All right. I don't know why, but the energy just started to feel a little bit thick to me. So I might pull some cards for a minute. Just do some quick stuff. Maria, ask your question. Yes. As long as it is not for a direct link to somebody specific in spirit. Yes. Ask your question.
Can I throw something out real quick, B? Your mom just showed me a tattoo, and somebody got a tattoo in remembrance of her. Sorry, she just hit me with that. So I don't know if that's for you, but I felt like I had to add that.
Okay, so that I do not know. You're going to get the grade you study for, right? I don't know. What do you say, Michael?
I don't predict the future.
Yeah,
I don't. No so I don't make predictions.
I don't feel like you're going to fail. I can't tell you the exact grade, but I do not feel like you're going to fail. I feel like you're going to be, okay, I'll just say it. I'll just put it out there. I feel like you're going to be in the B-ish range. B- to, like you're going to be somewhere in the B-ish range. I do feel that. Well, if the test is just guessing, then use your intuition. Go with the first answer and just go with it. Just go with it. You get it. You'll get that B. You might even get an A, right? If you listen to it.
I'm going to give you really bad advice that I was given. Answer C to every question.
Really bad advice.
Don't do that. No, I don't guess. Sorry. I don't.
Oh, no guessing.
Nope, that's not how this works.
Oh, you wrote 10,000 words. Got it.
I will say this, Maria. I hope you don't. I feel like that's not the end of your education after this. I feel like you're going further with education. Again, that's not a prediction. I just feel into people's energy when we're reading them, and I just feel like there's more coming. So I don't know if that's something you're contemplating, but I just feel like you're going to go further.
Okay, Rachel. Yeah, let's pull a card for Rachel. Oh, there it is.
No way. She is a teacher. That is crazy. I was just in my mind. I'm like, I'm just going to stop there. She's a teacher. Okay.
Okay, I'm pulling a card. Actually, I'm going to pull a couple of cards here for Rachel. So hang on, let me get the other one.
Oh, speech pathologist kind of teacher. I don't know why I just said it. I got a friend of mine back home that's a speech pathologist. Hey, there's Jeremy.
Oh, hello, Jeremy.
How the heck are you?
I've seen you for a long time.
All right, so you're pulling a card?
What?
Did you say you're pulling a card?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm pulling 3. I don't know why. I just feel like I need to pull 3 for her. So it's just taking me just a second. Okay. So let me look at these for just a second here. Interesting. Okay, so I pulled 3 cards here, and really they just tell a story. I'm not going to go a whole lot, but they so it's kind of like past, present, and future. And I don't like to call it the future energy, but it is the inner. I'm just going to do the reading, but that's why there's 3 cards. Okay. I'm not going to explain it too much. So the first card is the 9 of Swords. It's upside down. It talks about there being light at the end of the tunnel, recovering, improving. So whatever this is, that has I feel like it's been taking a lot of energy, kind of taking a toll. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Things are changing. This next card talks about, it's the 9 of Wands. It talks about resilience. It talks about hanging in there through this, right? Because light is coming at the end of the tunnel. So, but it talks about learning from the past, and really about kind of just being tired, kind of being ready to wrap things up, ready to make some changes, ready for that light at the end of the tunnel. And the next card is it talks about making a break for it. It talks about after these things happen, right? Just changing, just making a big change, making a break for it, leaving things behind that are no longer serving you. And there's another word on here that I want to, hang on just a second. Resourceful. That was the word that I was seeing. Talks about being resourceful. So really what this is saying to you is whatever it is that has been going on that feels a little bit heavy in your energy, you're involved in a major court case. Okay. All right. That makes sense. Hang in there. Like, I do feel like it's going to get better. There is light at the end of the tunnel, but I do feel like it's been going on for a while. It's still going to go on a little bit longer. And then you're going to be able to make a break. This says make a break for it. I want to keep saying make a break from it, because I feel like that's really what's going to happen. I feel like when you get, when that is resolved, there will be able to be like a break. I feel like there are some energetic cords and some things that are still there that cannot be broken until that is taken care of. Okay, that makes some sense. Okay, so hang in there. Light's coming. Makes a lot of sense. Oh, yeah, 5 years. Okay. It could be a little bit longer. I don't know how much longer, but I do feel, like I said, keep hanging in there, find those resources. And eventually I do see this changing for you. Okay. All right. Thank you, Rachel.
I have to go back to B, because she also brought up the name Greg, because it's in my mind again. I went back through the comments. I'm like, wait a minute. So B, are you still here? I went back and read your comments again. I said, brother, and the name Greg, and your comment said, you understand you have a brother in spirit and the name Greg is significant. So I don't know if you're still here. I'll make this quick so we can move on to somebody else, but this is bugging me. This is me just being nosy now, because I got to know who Greg is. I'll just give her a couple minutes to see if she's still here. Countdown from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay. I'm sure she'll come back if she's still here. All right. Let's see. Where do I want to go next? All right. I got to go with what I'm being shown. So I have a male in my awareness. I feel this is like a very recent passing, and I feel that, unfortunately, this person would have gotten hit by an automobile. Like, I feel he was a pedestrian, and I feel like he was hit by this vehicle. I don't feel he was that old when he passed as well. I feel it maybe, I want to say around 30. I could be off on that, but I don't feel he was very, like, he was not, I don't feel like he was a young man, but I don't feel like he was older either as well. But I just feel like, I won't give this too much time because it just came in really quick. All right. So I'll ask one more time. If anybody could connect with a young man that was recently, Rachel is here. Okay, let me just feel into this because I did not feel like this person was on a motorcycle, but let me just see what he comes through, Rachel. Let me just see what he says. Would you understand him to be in the military or served in the military? Because when I went back to connect with him, I'm feeling like there's some type of military reference that I need to talk about. Yes, you understand it. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm also feeling that, again, some of this may be personal, but if he's bringing it through, I want to talk about it. He's making me feel like he would have struggled with substance. So that I'm feeling it's like drugs, but I just feel like he struggled with some type of like addiction. Like, he did in the past. Okay, so he wanted me to bring that up about the drug addiction. So this, again, when they step forward, this is just stuff that are part of his personality when he was here. So that's just ways for us to validate that this is him. So Rachel, let me just, he is making me feel like he regretted getting out of the military. So would you understand him to leave the military? Like before, he didn't do a 20-year career. I just feel like he left the military, but he's making me feel like that was a regret of his. Would you understand that? Yes, he left. Okay, because he's just making me feel like it was a regret. This message is for his mom, okay, because this is clearly what he wants to say. She did everything for me. She goes, he's making me feel like he did not make her life easy. He wants her to know how much he appreciated her for who she was, even though he may not have talked about it often. She gave me everything. And he goes, I'm not talking about like physical objects and like possessions. But as far as like love, unconditional love and support, I just felt like she gave him everything. And he wants her to know how much he appreciates that. You understand? Okay. So if you're comfortable relaying that to his mom, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine as well. But he just wanted to talk about that. Did he have some kind of exotic pet like a ferret? I'm not exactly sure what he's showing me, but to me it looks like a ferret, weasel, something. I shouldn't say pet because he just showed me this ferret, or what I see as a ferret or a weasel, but there's something he wants me to talk about. He did? Okay.
Oh my
Was it
God.
a ferret? Did he chase people around with this ferret?
Oh no.
Because I see him like holding this thing and just like running after people with it. Like, I'm going to put this in your shirt or something like that. I don't know. Maybe my mind's getting away with a story right now, but this is what he's showing me. He did? Oh, God. Okay. So, again, that's just his personality coming through. And again, Rachel, thank you for being open and thank you for taking that. I appreciate it. And so does he. Who's Samuel? I'll stop at that. But I just saw the name like Samuel. And if it doesn't connect with you, Rachel, that's fine. The ferret was fine. Okay. All right.
I'm up. Okay, so
She can take that name. You can take Samuel as well. Who's Samuel? I'm sorry. I shouldn't be nosy about this, but when something, the name Samuel. I'm just curious who that connects with. And then I'll stop. Actually, I'll turn it over to you now, Jen. I'll just see what
I want to
she
see who
replies.
Samuel is, though. I'm waiting to see who Samuel is too.
I'm sorry. That's fine, Rachel. If he's referring to somebody that's in the living, that's fine. I just heard the name Samuel, so I had to acknowledge it.
It's funny. Okay.
Oh, he's a guy. Okay. Are you being shy about not pursuing this fella because your mother's son, I think, is pushing me to say, talk to him. And then I'll stop there. Matchmaker.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, she is good.
So I have a young man in spirit. I feel like he is in I feel like he's actually in I'm hearing 20s. However, he is referencing graduation this year as if something significant happened at graduation this year. Somebody, he's saying he should have been there. It's interesting. Sister. And I'm hearing sister. So I don't know if his sister graduated. He is a couple years older than sister. That's how I'm here. That's how I'm seeing it now. So sister graduated this year. So I'm going to hold that for a minute and see if anybody can take that.
I'm going to say, hi, Jessica Lynn. It's been a whole lot of time. Hope you're doing well.
Did you have something with that, Michael?
Oh, it's Jessica. I just want to say hi.
Okay.
Yep. You're welcome, Rachel.
Waiting.
The hardest part is waiting.
I know the hardest part is waiting.
We should have the Jeopardy theme playing in the background.
Okay, so one more time, then I'm just going to kind of let him sit for a minute. This is a young man in spirit. I feel like he's in his young 20s. He says 20s to me. He is referencing graduation that would have just happened this year, as if somebody significant to him. And I feel sister graduated this year. So I'm going to leave that there. And I'm just going to wait and see. And we can go forward.
We can go forward.
We can go forward. Well, we have about 10 minutes, Michael. Should we pull some cards so we can get to
We
some
can
more
do that. Actually, I got a quick message for Jessica. Funny
Okay.
enough, Jessica, have you put your metaphysical work on the back burner? Because I'm feeling like it's time to maybe start tiptoeing back into that. I also feel like your abilities have grown during this lull. If you are in fact in a lull, and Jessica, I do believe. I'm just gonna say your grandmother's on the other side. So she's stepping forward and she's like, yes, she needs to she needs to pick up on this again. She needs to pursue this again. So hopefully it makes sense in some way, Jessica, for you. Did you just renew like wedding vows, Jessica? Because I just felt like somebody say, like, I just felt somebody, I cannot talk tonight. I need to talk about renewing wedding vows. So I don't know if that applies to you. You're welcome, Jessica. All right. Now I completely lost where I was.
Oh, Bridget, it does. Okay, I'm going to take that because my best friend died in his early 20s, but that was 20 plus years ago. We were like siblings. One of my daughters just graduated from high school. Well, it makes me feel better because I was like, I know I might be getting it a little wrong in translation, but he is here. So I'm going to make it short and sweet. Congratulations to your daughter, 20 plus years ago or not. It's just kind of like reliving that whole graduation thing. So congratulations to your daughter, and congratulations. I'm also hearing congratulations to you for helping to get her there. He's talking to me about partying, like a lot. You understand that, like you and him. Wait for that for Bridget.
Okay, we're doing a reading for Bridget right now. So if everybody else could just hold off on comments, we would appreciate it. It just makes it go a lot quicker.
Okay. He's just showing me he's showing me partying, he's showing me water, boating on water. And it's really just kind of reliving those memories of that young time. But mostly he was focused on the graduation and the graduation of the daughter. So I'm just going to leave that. I'm just going to leave that with you, Bridget. Just know he's popping on by to say hi. And I'm going to leave that there.
Can I say one thing really quick, Bridget? Whether it's, I don't know if he had like a wicked case of poison ivy at one point that everybody thought was funny. I know that's out of left field, but I just felt this since when Jen connects, sometimes I get pulled into it too. He died.
Did you? So I drew something very interesting. I want to show you. I think it's a constellation. I don't know. Did you look at the stars? Like, I don't know what is going on here because this is all I could think this is like, and I don't know where my camera is to show you guys. I do this every time. I think it's like, it looks like a constellation, but that's okay. He died on his way home from a party when he was in an accident. He loved boating too, but he loved just sitting with me too. I love that.
Oh my God.
Yes, because he acted out of character with that rash.
Okay. Oh my God. He is like laughing about it. He's like the way he worded it is like, talk about my flaming case of poison ivy. I'm like, oh my God.
Funny.
I'm not even going to say, I can't.
No, don't. If I just saw it, don't. I can. No, go ahead.
I gotta. He's just killing me right now because he's funny. Did he wipe his butt with poison ivy by accident?
No, Michael, I was seeing it in that area too. That's what I was like, I'm not gonna go.
She said, my dad talked to us about the
Oh, I love
importance of stars often.
Yeah,
My
it
dad
just
was
looked
a
like
sailor.
just looked like a constellation. That's where the energy was taking me as I was connecting.
Maybe my mind just took a turn
I'm
towards
sure
something I
mine.
encountered when I was camping one year, and that's the reference. So
I think we can all picture it now.
that was not fun. He was hilarious, and yes, we joked that he was an idiot. Oh no,
Oh,
he did. Oh my God. I am so happy that your friend showed up because he just like elevated the mood right now. And I feel like that's the kind of person he was. It's like, you're not going to be in a bad mood around me. I won't let you. Whew.
So fun.
Hello, Aaron. Thank you.
Okay, I have my ancestor.
Y'all stop. It ain't funny. See, for any mediums out there, they use your point of reference. So if you've done something silly like that, me, that was horrible. Just know he's with you, Bridget.
Yeah, he showed up for you.
If you start laughing for no reason, he's making me feel that that's him in your energy.
Good night, Jeremy. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes, Jeremy. Have a great night. Thanks.
Okay. Right. Should we do a collective card?
Sure.
It's about that time.
It is about that time.
It is.
This was a fun night, I got to say.
So I have, what cards are you going to pull from, Michael?
I'm going to go with my, so I got the Energy Oracle cards. So that's what I'm going to go with tonight.
I'm going to go with my Ancestor Oracle cards. You're welcome, Bridget.
Thank you, Jessica.
Ooh, might be it. They all want to fall out.
Are you going or is it me?
You go, and then I'll go, and then we'll just see.
Oh, okay.
We'll see how the cards go together like they do.
I was sitting there waiting for you.
We're just shuffling.
We're just like
in the awkward silence because we.
Yep. All right, let's see what we got here. There it is. Something just went flying. All right, I'm going to need help on this because I don't understand. I should, but I don't understand chakras all the way.
What does it say?
So this is second chakra, Archangel Ariel.
Second chakra?
Second chakra. So to me, that would be the third eye.
Well, are they going? Depends if they're going from the. Let me see the color on it. Well, yeah, it'd be the third eye, or it would be the sacral chakra. Some people go up, some people go down.
Let me pull another one. I'm gonna leave that off to the side.
Yeah, Kim, that's what I'm thinking. The sacral chakra, right? Because generally, you come. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. And your card was
So sacral. So that's your.
That's your what, Michael?
I got to say, what the messages just popped in.
Oh my God, what are you?
This. Welcome to my guides. So I'm like, what do I say? Literally, I hear stop sitting on your ass. So this is, take it if this fits for anybody, but procrastination needs to be over. Quit sitting on your ass, wishing for something to happen. This isn't la la land. You have to take the steps to make it happen. Wow. I'm going to.
That's what they said?
That's what my guides were like. That's why I was sitting here starting to look for another card, and they're like, they dropped that little gem in on me.
Can I see that picture again?
Yeah.
This is interesting because here's the card that I got for us. So if we're talking about the sacral chakra, excuse me, then we're talking about like creativity, sensuality. We're talking about we're talking about feeling. We're talking about like all of that kind of stuff, right? Is in the sacral chakra. So maybe it's time to get creative, right? Get creative, get off your butt, as Michael says. So
that's why we work well together. I get to get off your ass. You get the deep, like.
Well, no, I just know what the sacral chakra is. I just understand what it's about. It's about movement too. It's about flow. If you're feeling like stuck right there, if you're feeling stuck, it's a good belly dancing or whatever. Just like move. Put some movement in those hips. Wiggle the hips. That's how you can remove stuck energy from. Am I making you uncomfortable, Michael?
No. I'm looking at the visuals my guides are sending me, and they're completely different than what you're saying. I can't even say what they're showing me.
Okay. So the ancestor card, this is really cool. It's connect with past loved ones. And I know Michael and I talk about this a lot, but yes, you have the ability to do that as well. It's a thought. It's a thought. Sometimes it's just sitting. It doesn't have to be Michael, what are you shaking your head about?
I'm ignoring what they're showing me right now because it's like completely obscene. It involves a paint mixer. All right, I'm just going to say it. It's like they're showing me a way to get that, sometimes your chakras get stuck and you need to get them turning again. This involves a paint mixer that I used to use in the shop when I worked for the airport, attached to a drill. And they're like, you want to get this thing going? And then they give me the visual of pulling the trigger. We'll get that thing going, but you need to get off your ass. I'm like, stop.
Paint mixer, creativity. Yeah, get it moving. Go wiggle your hips, Michael. That's how you can release some of that energy.
You'll be wiggling if you do what they're showing me.
A paint mixer, KB says. Well, on that note, until next week.
This isn't like the shaker kind of mixer.
I know.
Okay.
Check back with us next week.
Welcome to my world.
Let us know how that worked to move the energy.
Do not try that at home. Please do not try that at home. Okay. On that note, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. Do we have anything else serious that we want to say, or do we just want to end it on that note?
On that note, I think let's go.
All right, we're ending on the paint mixer tonight.
All right.
So
good night.
Have a great weekend, everybody.